Welcome to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand.
Hello and welcome back to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand. It's a pleasure to be speaking to this man on my left, Mr. Don Robbie. How are we, sir?
I'm good, bro.
Very good to see you. Listen, massive shout out to yourself for the party last night. There was a few sore heads this morning.
Yours?
Me included. No, but talk to us about how great a night it was last night.
Yeah, it was
the
a good
AFTV 1 million subs party.
1 million subscribers 1 million followers on Facebook and 1 million followers on Instagram. So we did it as a joint party. Thinking about it, we should have done two.
Should have done two. It'll be free
Any excuse for a party, man. But
Yeah.
no, it was good. It's good, man. Good to see you there.
Yeah, and there
But
was...
now you've gone back to being the enemy. You know what I mean?
Back
Today,
to enemies.
now you got that one.
Yeah, you're not buying me any rum punches today, are you?
No.
You did
I saw
last
you drinking
night.
down the 49
Well,
rum punch.
I was like, Robbie, why is it called the 49 rum punch? And
Well,
he
we were
said,
going to do a 44, but
yeah. but Watford didn't allow that to happen. Well, Watford made it 44, unfortunately. Before we get into this video, the starting 11 on form currently. Remember, like and comment with your thoughts, and of course subscribe. Massive weekend of football. We're going to be at Anfield for the fan cam. It's going to be inside the ground. Hopefully do a fan cam with AFTV after the game on Saturday as well. Them guys will come on. You're not up for the game though, are you?
not sure yet.
Okay.
I might be on the watch along. I might be up there. I'm not sure yet.
Well, what a sight that would be outside the Park pub. But right, let's get into it. And now this is an interesting topic that we've gone for today. A starting 11, but in brackets or in exclamation marks. It should be in bold, on form. Now this is where you could potentially squeeze in a few more players than normal. So let's try and get into it then. I mean, I will put my hands up for this first and foremost and say Alisson had a stinker in his last game against West Ham. So does that mean that Ramsdale is in this starting 11 on form?
Yeah. Ramsdale's been excellent this season. Ramsdale, I think when we first got Ramsdale, there's a lot of Arsenal fans, including me. I'm not going to say I weren't included in that. That were like, Ramsdale, I don't know, man. 2 relegations.
30 mil.
Well, that's a myth. It was about 24 million.
Okay.
Right, but I think that was another thing as well. At first, it's been spoken about as like 35 million, and I was just looking at it. Well, it wasn't really me looking at it and dissing Ramsdale. It was more me sort of looking at it and thinking, if we're going to spend 35 million pound on Ramsdale, why don't we use that on something else? Why don't we,
Get a CDM or...
But I thought in the end, when we got him 20 odd million, or 24 million, I was like, okay, let's see. He's been brilliant. He's been a revelation. He's improved us a lot. His interaction with the fans. You saw that performance at Leicester. It was unbelievable.
What a save.
His distribution's been excellent. He's been brilliant. He's been brilliant. On form right now. Who's better than him? I'd say probably him and Mendy, the 2 most unformed goalkeepers in the Premier League right now. Goalkeeper in that lineup, definitely Aaron Ramsdale. Aaron Ramsdale.
I've seen he's a big fan of Caribbean food.
Yeah,
as well.
and he loves curry goat and rice as well. He's like number 1 in there, boy. Big up Aaron Ramsdale.
And do you know what? You mentioned the interaction with the fans. He does really seem to
The fans
love this club.
Imagine that, right? And that's what I've loved about Aaron Ramsdale. A guy that a lot of people were like, I don't know, man. But obviously, once you sign a player, everyone's like, right, he's our player now. We're going to get behind him. But he's embraced it. His interaction with the fans interaction with him. He's already a fan favourite.
Yeah.
I really, really like him, man. That's the type of player I want playing for my team. I feel like he represents Arsenal out on that pitch, and I'm loving him.
He's got a bit of banter as well at Leicester. They went, "You're shit," and he turned around and went, "Ah."
Yeah.
When he was taking the goal kick. No, it's
good.
brilliant.
He's good.
No, go on. I'll give you that then.
Yeah.
I'll give you him on form. Let's look at left back, because this is a tough one always with Liverpool and Arsenal. We've had great left backs down the years. Where do we go from here? Because obviously Tierney's playing well, yes. Robertson's slightly off form this season, but then you have to throw in Kostas Tsimikas. Created 7 chances in his last game for Greece. I think he's got a great chance to start on Saturday. Listen,
what's he created for you?
Harry Kane scored 3 against San Marino.
Yeah,
what does that mean?
He don't count.
Who are we saying at left back?
Do you know what, right? It's not even Tierney. It's Nuno Tavares.
Nuno Tavares. Come on, man.
What?
I'm not having you put Nuno Tavares in
Nuno
the start.
Tavares,
No.
bro.
I've not seen him do one assist or one. What's he done?
I'm not sure about his assist record. You know.
Oh yeah, you
researchers check it out. But he's been brilliant. No, he's been brilliant. He's been brilliant since he's coming. Right now, he's keeping Kieran Tierney out the team. Right now, he's keeping Tierney out the team. He is.
I suppose you have to play the informed player, right?
The way he drives up players, I actually want him to play at the weekend. I want him in, right?
Okay.
Whereas Tsimikas has been a bit part, but
when he has played, for instance, against Atletico, the Champions League game recently, he made this tackle in the first 5 minutes. I think it was on Suarez, and it just went. Yeah, everyone stood up.
That's because it was Suarez. You got any stat on that?
So a stat coming up for Tavares: 0 goals and 0 assists.
All right.
I know for a fact Tsimikas has 2 or 3, and I know for a fact Robertson has 4 or 5, which is still probably a bit of a slow start for Robertson compared to his standards of being the best left back.
If I'm being honest, right, it'd probably be Robertson. I'll give you Robertson there. But Nuno Tavares I've been liking. I mean, the big test for him is this weekend.
Yeah.
What's it going to be like up against, the
Cool.
Salahs, Manes, but for the last few games, he's been brilliant. But I'll give you Robertson's quality. I'll give you Robertson.
Never a bad thing to have 2 good fullbacks in both options, because you've got Tomiyasu.
I would have put Tierney in there, but it's only because Tierney's been injured.
I did see him do an unreal piece of skill for Scotland, I think,
it's great
the other night, Tierney. So yeah, we'll go with Robertson.
Yeah.
Central defenders, again, this is another one where we can have a debate.
Oh, wait a minute, who's with the right back?
Oh, we do it. I was going to go left, centre, right.
Okay, all right.
I'm old school like that, you know.
All right, do that.
I don't do all this new stuff, Robbie. Centre back, left side. 2 options really. Van Dijk, Gabriel. Who's on form more right now? Let me have a think about this myself.
Gabriel's been on fire.
He's impressing me. He's starting to impress me.
He's been very, very good. He scored goals.
Did he score against Leicester?
He scored against Leicester.
Away
he scored
goal.
1 or 2 goals this season.
Listen, if you're a Brazilian centre-back and you've grown up watching Thiago Silva...
It's been solid, man.
You're going to be good, I think.
And Van Dijk, I've heard a few of your fans saying he ain't been quite...
I mean, I was at the game most recently when we drew at home to Brighton. Poor game from Van Dijk, to be honest. Poor game. So
I think Gabriel's been excellent in every game. He scored a goal. On form. Listen, Liverpool fans, listen. Overall,
the comments are going to be mad here.
Overall, obviously, listen, is Van Dijk. He's the best centre-half in the league, right? But on form right now, Gabriel.
Okay. All right, go on then. I'll give you Gabriel. And I'm being very... Again, I can't give you it because it's form, right? And I'd like to see the stats for the last 5 games maybe to give
Gabriel. Obviously, overall, we know Van Dijk, but on form. Maybe still finding his feet. He was injured most of last season, isn't it? So.
Right centre-back, Joel Matip's going in there. Been our best defender this season.
You've been your best defender. What's that got to do with me?
Well, our best defender equals any good defender you've got.
Benjamin White.
Yeah.
He's been brilliant.
Not as good as Matip.
He has been.
Over such a long period of time, Robbie, we're talking Matip now. I think in his last 48 games, he's lost 1 game, Matip.
No, but you can't judge it like that because he's playing a exceptional team. Listen, don't get me wrong, he's a good player. Plus, he's been injured a lot at that time.
He's actually gone, touch wood, I say this, there's some wood on the floor there. He has not been injured for a while, so I'm hoping that it stays that way because sometimes his knees are made of Weetabix.
We're disputing this one.
Go on then.
Benjamin White, man.
You're going to say Benjamin White. Listen, there's no way.
Ben White.
Actually, do you know what?
The way he picks the ball up and drives up players, some of them runs.
Matip does that very well as well. Do you know what? Your defensive record has been excellent in the last, 10 games, would you say?
I think it's been better than yours, hasn't it?
We've conceded a few goals. Obviously, we've won 5-0 at United. It's glossed over the fact that actually defensively, especially in the last month, the amount of leads we've given away. Go on then. Again, this is on form.
Ben White was in there, man.
Ben White and Gabriel are in there.
The Liverpool fans out there tripping right now. They're like, what?
Thinking, how much has he paid him here?
No, Ben White, he has been quality this season.
On form.
I think the first game he came in, the first game he played against Brentford,
shocker.
He weren't great, right? But that's his first game ever for Arsenal Football Club. Brentford went very direct, lots of long balls. But after that, he had COVID. Since he's come from that, he's
What did you make of
brilliant.
the comments he made about him not being an actual big football fan and not
watching? I think it was taken out of context a bit. I think, you know when you get like, for instance, you sometimes, I think there's a lot of footballers, they may not admit it, that's actual facts.
I would never admit that,
There's a lot of footballers that don't watch back football. They play the game, they love they love playing, but they do it, you think about it, it's like a lot of musicians, isn't it? You speak to a lot of musicians, they don't listen back their music, they don't even listen a lot of music because they're just like, they do it every minute of every day. So in their own spare time, they're like, I want to do something else. I've been at a training ground all week. I played football all weekend.
He's into his drip, isn't he, as well?
Yeah, you know what I mean? So maybe, I don't think, I think it was taken out of proportion. I think if you did a survey of a lot of footballers, I don't think there's a lot of footballers that are rushing home at night to go and watch Match of the Day. I really don't.
Not if they've had a stinker.
Even if they've had a decent game, I don't think there's loads of them like, right, let me go and watch back. I don't think that's true.
Okay, maybe
I really don't think that's true.
Times have changed. Right, let's go on to the right back situation. Trent has to be in there. 10 assists in the last 13 games and a goal. Hat-trick of assists for England the other night. I'm pretty sure he assisted both goals against Atletico.
Tommy Asu's been
impressed by him, though.
Very impressive, but I hold my hands up.
It seems like Tommy Asu is the type of player that, again, if he wins a big tackle, he gets a real confidence lift.
Yeah, he's a good player, very good player. But, Trent Alexander-Arnold,
the assist king.
I get that. I get that. He's quality.
Just scored a free kick as well against West Ham in the last game. Great goal that was.
He's good.
Right, so the defence so far, we've got Aaron Ramsdale in goal. We've got the Liverpool fullbacks of Robertson and Trent, and then we've got the Arsenal pair of Gabriel and Benjamin White in the middle. Right, let's go on to the midfield. One name that I'm just going to throw in there that has to start in that midfield, Emil Smith-Rowe. He's the shoe-in for me.
Are you going sort of defensive?
Well, I think we'll go... I think Fabinho has to be in there.
Ooh.
I think so. I think, listen, Partey's out injured. He's not really, if we're doing it on form,
form, he's been on form. It's only that he's injured at the moment. He's been on form.
I would still...
I'll give it to Fabinho because he's been playing. He hasn't really been injured.
Played for Brazil the other night against Argentina. Had a good game.
Hey, Thomas Partey has been on form. I hope... Listen, he'll probably be out for the game at the weekend. It's just horrendous, the injuries he's been getting. But if he's on form, Thomas Partey, hey.
No, listen, I've seen him at Atleti. I was impressed. He actually played against us in the group stage last year and we lost 1-0. Yeah. He was really good. And I was thinking someone should buy him, and then you did. And then did the famous Partey, dance.
And then he bloody injured him.
Which is...
But he's quality. But yeah, I'll give you Fabinho because of the injuries.
So we've got Fabinho holding, Emil Smith-Rowe maybe on the left of a two, essentially. And then on that right kind of central side, I'm going to throw Hendo in. Again, goal for England the other night, really well taken.
Yeah, everything's England, isn't it? What's they done for Liverpool?
Well, recent form, the last 2 weeks have been international.
I didn't even think Liverpool fans liked England, you know what I mean?
Well, that's
everything you're talking about England, what's he done for...
but we're talking about on form. The most recent thing I can think of was last week.
What did he do for... What's the most
recent... He played for Liverpool for 2 weeks.
Exactly. Should he be in it?
I mean, we lost our last game, right, to West Ham in the league 2 weeks ago. Since then, he's obviously played well for his country. However, I think we'll try and challenge me then. Who's going in there ahead of Hendo?
Yeah, go on.
Go on. Hendo's in. Hendo, Fabinho, and Emil Smith-Rowe, who there's pictures of him all around the Emirates.
Emil Smith-Rowe's more been playing sort of the left of our front three.
But I feel like there's more names that we've still got to discuss in that
three. Smith-Rowe's in there.
Smith-Rowe's in there. Smith-Rowe's in there, in the midfield, yeah. Right, should we go with three up top then?
Three up top.
I mean, there's no argument really on the right side, is there?
Saka.
Oh, no, it's almost that. Salah, almost, right?
Saka.
Listen, how about this?
No, Salah.
Salah's in.
Does he not play on the left a lot as well?
He often switches. They all switch, actually, during the game, but he always starts out with his boots full of chalk on the touchline on that right-hand side.
All right.
But you know what,
Saka's been good.
Boy, what can I say about Saka?
But Saka's been playing mainly on the right-hand side. But he can play on the left
Listen,
as well.
if in this team, I'm sure he'd accept playing
Yeah.
on the left.
Yeah, Salah on the right,
Go on, Saka on the left then. And then this is a tough one because
down the middle. Ooh, on form, Lacazette.
on form, Lacazette. Wow, that's a shout. Can I agree with it?
Or even Aubameyang.
Firmino, for me, started off really well, slowed a bit, now he's out till mid-December.
How many goals has he scored?
I think he scored 6.
Really?
Still quite decent, to be
Okay.
fair. Mane's got 6 in the league, Salah's got 10 in the league. So Mane's another name.
They've all outscored. You'd have to go with one of them then, I guess, because our forwards, they haven't scored a lot of goals, but they have been good.
Yeah. Lacazette scored recently for you.
Yeah.
I mean, Mane has missed a lot of chances, but he still has a lot of goals already, 7 in all comps, I think.
Yeah.
It's that middle position. Maybe you could put Salah there and maybe Mane on the right, and then
Yeah, that's
Saka
true.
on the left.
Yeah, it could do. I don't think I could argue with that, to be honest.
Yeah, go on then. Well, up
Yeah.
front, in those 3, we've got Saka on the left, we've got Salah up top, and we've got Mane on the right.
Yeah.
So how many Liverpool players is that? We've
Talk
got
us through
2
the
at
team
the
now. So
centre.
we've got-
So Ramsdale in goal,
Yeah.
Arsenal 1. Gabriel Benjamin White, 3-0 to Arsenal. 3-2, Trent and Robbo. And then we get 2. You've got 1 in the midfield.
But who do we have in the midfield again?
Fabinho,
Smith-Rowe.
Emil Smith-Rowe and Hendo.
Yeah.
And then we've got Saka, Salah, Mane.
5 Arsenal players in there on form.
Again, on form. Again, if this wasn't an on form, I doubt they'd be
Yeah, but it's
firing
on
very
form.
highly.
I mean, it's what they're going to go into the game with on Saturday.
Defensively sound, Arsenal at the
Yeah,
minute. which is
defensively
something-
sound.
When was
And-
the last time I said that?
I know. Well, we're going to need it. I mean, one of the things that's really annoyed me over the years going up to Liverpool has been our defensive performance. It's been shocking.
Yeah.
Absolutely shocking. And I want to see this weekend if we can defend against, I mean, Salah, Mane, these guys, Jota.
Yeah,
They're absolute
Jota will be
handful,
playing.
you know what I mean? So-
Origi could play, Minamino.
Yeah.
Been doing
So it's a
okay.
handful. They're up against a real handful. Let's see, for me as an Arsenal fan, how can we get on against the best of, the best of the best strikers around? And I saw what you did to Man United. So, but it's a great test. It's a
is.
great test.
It'll
And
be a good game.
I think we'll work a lot harder than United. They were dreadful.
Yeah, shocking. No excuse for that on their side. But just before we go, a couple of stats that might maybe give you a bit of, how can I call it? Definitely not hope. It's not looking good in terms of stats. 5 wins in a row for Liverpool at Anfield. And the last time you won was 2012, and it's been 1 win in the league against Liverpool in 6 years. Not looking good.
At Anfield.
No, in everything. Because you've beaten us in the cup games,
Oh, we've drawn a few games, haven't we?
and we've drawn a few. But yeah, it's not.
Something's got to change, man.
I bet you've got a funny feeling about what this score is going to be. I bet you're hoping for a draw.
Some things I'm just I'm keeping quiet.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm
Well,
keeping quiet. Something has to change.
something has to change.
Something
well,
has
hopefully
to
it's
change.
not. on Saturday.
Are we catching you at the right time?
Do you know what? Actually, this is probably the most evenly contested Liverpool v Arsenal game at Anfield
For a while.
in the last 5 years, I'd
Yeah.
say.
When was the last? You ain't lost there for a while, don't you? at Anfield?
Well, we lost 6 games in a row, didn't we, last year? But,
Yeah, but
we haven't lost since
yeah,
March
that's
at Anfield. So looking to build that fortress
All
up
right.
again.
Who knows?
So there you go. Let us know in the comments if you agree or disagree, most importantly, with those team selections of the starting 11 on form. Robbie, it's been a pleasure, mate, as always.
Nice one.
Make sure you're on Don Robbie, the channel in general. Just great content coming out here. The best in YouTube, to be honest with you. I can't.
Oh, thank you.
Well, it's facts, really. Look at it all. It's just no one else is doing it like the Don. So get in touch. Let us know what your thoughts are. And, of course, we'll see you outside Anfield for the big one on Saturday. Under the lights at Anfield. We'll see you then. Whoa. Just before you go,
Don't forget, give us a like, drop us a comment and subscribe to the Kop TV.
The voice of football's most famous stand.